Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, the TV show, brought to you by our sponsors, Bank Hometown and St. Vincent Hospital. We're going to have with us on our next segment, Dr. Satya Mitra. We're going to talk about a few different things, but also want to acknowledge the fact that you are the chair of the board of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce and have served on the executive board, among many things that you do in the community, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But welcome, Dr. Mitra.
Thank you so much, Tim. It's been always a pleasure to be on your show, and it's another opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you.
Yeah. Well, as we tape the show, you are breathing a deep sigh of relief because you are the owner of the Guru Tax and Financial Services, and in that capacity, tax season has just ended.
Just today is the day off, I can say. Until yesterday in Massachusetts had 2 extra days, which kind of favors us that we get a little extra time to take care of all our clients and questions and everything that comes to us at the last moment. So it was a good season. We're very happy that our dedicated staff members really put good hours to work together to help our clients. And we have many extensions, but that will deal by October 15th. So it was a good, successful season, I would say.
Yeah, and so Massachusetts gets the extra days. Is that because of Patriots' Day?
One is because of Patriots' Day that we have in Massachusetts, and then Washington, D.C. is closed on the next day because the tax is an Emancipation Day in D.C. So they're closed, so we naturally get another day. So Massachusetts and Maine, these are the 2 states who have got the 17th of April as their last date to file.
Okay.
So it helped many people because sometimes you try to create an IRA account, so you get 2 extra days, and so helps.
Right.
In many ways, yeah.
And the other thing that you mentioned, for those who appropriately file an extension, which you do with clients that may need more time, that's got to be completed, I think you said by October 15th?
That's the 6 months extension period you get. And it's an automatic extension. It doesn't have to be getting a letter from IRS saying we approve it, but you have to file, you have to request for it, and it's automatic extension. And in Massachusetts, our state says if you are getting a refund, you don't have to apply for the request. It's automatically 6 months given to you.
Got it.
But if you have to pay, it does not allow you to extend your payment. So we have to do a rough estimate of calculation of each client on extension and see if they owe. We just call and tell them that, hey, this is how much approximately you owe. We kind of hike it up a little bit, about 10%, so we're not doing anything mistake to cover that, and make sure that money is in their bank, and IRS and Mass will go by 17th to draw the money from their bank.
So for those that owe money, it's maybe an extension to kind of put the final pieces together, but if it looks like you owe money, they're not waiting for that.
Then there's penalty.
Yeah.
If you don't pay what you owe, then there will be penalty for late filing, for interest, and all that piles up on it.
Right. So let's get into that. We got into some of the timing issues, but maybe you could just talk about the scope of the Guru Tax and Financial Services, how you got into the business.
Well, it's been a wonderful journey, Tim. As you know, we have talked about it many times to our community as well as to you, and this is the 34th year that we are doing business. 1990, when my wife and I, we started this business from our basement. And today we are very proud and happy to see that we have downtown.
From the basement to the 16th floor of 446 Main Street, the glass tower looking out over the region.
Absolutely. So it's quite a journey, and as you know, it has come not because of my wish, but because of the blessings from our family priest, who we call the Guru, and that's why I named the business, honoring him as the Guru Tax and Financial Services. There's been all his blessings. There's been our faith in him. And I did not come here to become an entrepreneur. I came here with a background of science with my PhD in biochemistry.
Well, that's where the doctor comes, PhD in biochemistry. I love it,
So never thought that I'll be a business owner, but I think I was destined to be. And the blessings from my family priest really helped us to believe in him, and started the practice from my basement, me and my wife, and his blessings and our hard work. I think that's the key in America, hard work. I think that has helped us. And probably we're leaving behind something for our children to learn, and probably many other new entrepreneurs to learn from how the success comes from. So Guru Tax and Financial Services is a business where not only all phases of tax returns and tax consulting, tax preparation are done, but also help people in their investment in their wealth management, in different kinds of objective-oriented investments like college education, retirement. So we tackle all that. So we remain busy throughout the year, and we invite all our clients and community people to call me for any questions they have, because one of the best things, Tim, that I have enjoyed in 34 years is to solve the questions and the difficulties that clients face. For them, it's a big difficulty, a letter from IRS, a letter from MassDOR, they kind of panic. And when I see that and give them the, how to resolve it, the relief they get is my best reward. So I think that has been the best opportunity for me.
But it's been also very clear to me from our conversations and watching you, whether it be on the radio or on TV or different venues when you talk about this, you also give a lot of good advice on how people can prevent maybe getting those letters. But more importantly, better prepare, as they go through the phases of life by educating them. I feel you educate individuals and families about the benefits of proactive saving, about putting a little aside, taking it out of your paycheck so you don't even see it, and kind of build some capacity so that when that rainy day happens or something.
Inspire and infuse the sense of discipline in them, that we got to do this. You are not seeing your future now, but it's coming. So kind of educate them from that line. And I've been very fortunate to see many of my young clients who are now, established the family and everything. One client wrote to me, he was in Worcester. He actually used to work for a cable company at that time, and he came to me for an ad. And then he came to me for his tax and everything, and I got him started with a monthly investment. And he moved to Florida. And then he wrote to me, Dr. Mitra, because of that inspiration that you gave, I increased my savings, and today that's my down payment for the house. So, that kind of thing really inspires me to do more.
Because a lot of people may not, have a family that maybe has that background, or, maybe first generation may not have that financial literacy, and that really is a thing.
And, another thing is, I actually met once the superintendent of our school, to say that, I think we should kind of teach our students the sense of finance. We don't have that per se in the course. And I'm willing to be a part of it and kind of create some kind of, let's come and tell them what's budgeting, what's credit card, what are these, because they just go to college, and then some people don't know the consequences of doing things they do. And there is no background, no education. It's not their fault. They get the freedom and they spend money and not knowing the consequences. So I think we should have that in our school system so that students, before they get out of house, kind of have some idea about what the finance is all about in our lives.
So with tax season kind of wrapping up, anything you want to, as people looking ahead or where we are at the moment?
I think so. This year particularly, I would say that I believe in helping people. I believe in giving contributions for the need. But this year particularly, we know that people, those who contribute for charitable organizations such as Chambers Foundation or many religious organizations or churches, it has been hard to take the tax advantage of it, because people have to itemize and show all these expenses put together is higher than the standard deduction that government gives to a single person or a couple. And if that is not higher, then all those people will choose to take the standard deduction, and the donation, mortgage interest, and the state tax, property tax are mute. They won't be able to take advantage of it. But the state of Massachusetts this year has said that whether you can deduct it or not, the charitable contributions in your federal tax return, we will allow you to deduct it in Massachusetts tax return anyways. And a lot of people are not aware of it. So what is happening that they don't give the charitable donation they made thinking that I'm not going to get a benefit of it anyways. They don't give it to their accountant. But I've been saying everybody that even if you gave $100, let me know, because you get a benefit of it in the state. So people should know that every charitable dollar that they are spending now could be of benefit when they file their state tax return. So that's the tip that I like people to keep in mind.
Got it. Well, we're going to come back in our next segment, talk a little bit about, just real briefly, about some of your work as a motivational speaker, and then we're going to get into some of your volunteer work with the Chamber and some of the work that we're doing together.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.